Ich habe mein Mikrofon nicht aufgenommen in OBS. Aber die Facecam hoch. Und damit willkommen zur neuen Folge von Genshin Impact. Letztes Mal haben wir den ersten und zweiten Akt gemacht für eine Varesa Quest und heute will wir mit dem dritten anfangen. Wahrscheinlich so in 2 Teilen durchspielen. Also ich bin die erste Hälfte des dritten Akts durch und dann den Rest. Aber ja, ich würde mal sagen, wir schauen uns nochmal hier um. Also hier werden wir erwartet. Wir haben ja dieses Wettessen, was ansteht und alles. Und ich bin mal gespannt, wie sich das entwickelt. So. Ich bin froh, dass ich wieder in Verfassung bin, aufzunehmen.
Oh, hey!
Hallo.
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it. Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Und sie hat gerade einen Nickerchen, oder wie? Oder?
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Irgendwas dich erwischt?
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Ja, okay.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Oh, warum?
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Danke, wir wissen deine Gastfreundschaft zu schätzen.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of
Na,
gratitude.
vielen Dank.
When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team. Varesa?
Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Zum Glück.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium. Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity. Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment, and in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
Aber die Gefahren dazu kann's.
That's right. The Natlaners are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the
Ob es
stadium.
diesmal wieder vulkanische Aktivitäten wird geben?
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Varesa go? Wasn't she just
Wo?
here? Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the
Kann sein.
kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone. I'll lead the way.
Okay. Und Akt 3. Ein Feld voller Pilze. Okay. So wird also der dritte Akt verlaufen. Da ist sie. Gar nicht weit entfernt.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms. Melted cheese. Mouth-watering steak.
No.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
No.
You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
Sie ist hungrig.
Oh, it's you. Sorry. I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Varesa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds more like the Varesa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but
Oh.
no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded. Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zakatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Ich bin mal gespannt, was bei diesem, in dieser Quest schief gehen wird. Hoppla, das war die falsche Taste. Ich nehme an, der Wettkampf selbst wird nicht so verlaufen, wie man so plant oder erhofft. Ich bin mal gespannt. Okay, ui, Alter, ist das viel.
It smells so good. Varesa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Genau, sieht lecker aus.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Wir können probieren.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa. Hold on. Varesa's plate looks completely different.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, das sah ein bisschen größer aus.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Varesa challenge.
Damn, okay.
The Varesa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Varesa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Varesa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Varesa challenge. And that would be the Pyro Archon
Damn,
herself.
Moment mal, du sagst Marika hat das schon mal gemacht?
Of course. She breezed through the normal level, but the Varesa challenge was still too much, even for her.
Ja, okay, macht Sinn. Damn.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Varesa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon.
Aber
But once the Archon finally saw Varesa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Malika had these portions and she just breezed through?
na dann, lass uns doch auch ein kleiner anfangen. Ah, wie cool.
Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got. Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious.
Ich hätte etwas essen sollen vor der Aufnahme, jetzt werde ich hungrig. Diese Aufnahmen waren wahrscheinlich sauwitzig.
Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this. And this one is... All right. progress.
Varesa ist fertig.
Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
Was ist aus der Verteidigung eine Ehre geworden?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
I mean, ja.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal
Damn.
best.
Well done, Varesa.
Amazing job.
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Oh, nope. I feel good actually. Satisfied, you know?
Ein wahrer Meister.
Thanks. This is my specialty after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kotion-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Vielleicht irgendwann.
Aw, don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
I mean, sie ist stärker als Ian-san, wie sie schon gesagt hat, also.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too? Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came
Das
close.
ist dennoch sehr beachtlich.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick?
Bah, wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, von was ich so aus dem richtigen Leben rausziehen will, so Wettbewerben, also Esswettbewerben, kann man ja, glaube ich, ganz schnell mit Wasser auch Sachen runterbekommen, je nachdem. Es gibt wirklich Techniken, dass es wirklich runterfliegt und endet. Zum Beispiel bei Hotdog-Wettbewerben.
By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it
Das
out.
ist eine Balance, okay.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
I mean, sie können es gut abbauen damit, oder?
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the
Nice.
regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this
Oder
time.
beides.
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that
Yeah?
mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green.
Okay.
There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right
Oh.
away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at
Ja,
all.
sag mal, seid ihr nicht neugierig, warum?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right?
Ja, prägt halt manchmal die Katze
by the
um,
way,
aber das ist eine andere Sache.
Varesa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
Ich bin wirklich neugierig wegen dieser Pilze.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. but try to finish it all next time.
Probieren's. Okay, zurück zur Obstplantage dann. Ich habe mir schon gedacht, dass wir wahrscheinlich so einen kleinen Link zu Somero werden wir bekommen, eben weil es hier um Pilze handelt. Aber warum sind die Grünen so anders? Beziehungsweise warum muss man die so schnell verzehren? Im Vergleich zu den Roten, wo man noch längere Zeit hat. Ich bin gespannt, was für ein Mysterium dahinter lauert.
After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes. The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a
Das sind
coincidence.
sogar direkt 3. Naja, der ist ja richtig grün.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color.
Sicher?
Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
Ich frage mich, warum dieser Gelehrte gesagt hat, was er gesagt hat.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right
Es
away?
muss ja irgendwie einen Grund geben. Also irgendwie gab es ja wahrscheinlich irgendwie eine iperische, oder wie war's? Wie war nochmal das Wort? Ich glaube irgendwie das in die Richtung. Recherche darüber oder so.
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could
Kann
happen.
sein.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger.
Macht Sinn.
In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
Naja, diejenigen, die stark genug sind, die Wahrheit aufzudecken, werden auch stark genug sein, die Wahrheit zu ertragen.
Command the truth?
Wenn du Angst vor der Wahrheit hast, können wir dir helfen, die Last zu tragen.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
Es stimmt, dass Neugier nicht immer gut ist, aber weil man nur etwas nicht weiß, heißt das nicht, dass es keinen Einfluss auf die Dinge hat.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol.
Okay.
Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds.
Alright.
3, 2, 1. You're right. I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it. Just
sorry.
so, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
Aber ich glaube, das sollte man erstmal probieren.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special
Vielleicht die
there.
Elementarspuren?
Well, the traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Oh, I see. Well, then I'll grill some up right away.
Okay, die Grillpilze sind bald fertig und sie alle probieren. Wer Razer gesagt hat, schmecken sie genau gleich.
So, notice anything,
Nicht
traveler?
wirklich.
Just like Varesa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Well, shit escalated quickly. What the fuck?
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair.
What the fuck?
Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well.
Habe ich nur das Gefühl, oder klingt das ein bisschen so, als für diese Stimme gesprochen von Ventis Voice Actor?
Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subject in
Das
this.
ist irgendwie an Venti denken. Ich weiß nicht warum. Red doch bitte normal.
Now. You were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
Wahrscheinlich ein Kollektiv der Pilze.
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you.
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you.
Potenziell für was?
I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Okay.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that
Paimon,
yourself?
bitte gib ihm irgendeinen beschissenen Namen.
You mock my name? Oh, all you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Ja, natürlich.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point.
Warst du mal ein größeres Wesen oder wie? Wahrscheinlich zu früheren Zeiten aus Cimero und jetzt irgendwie hier gewandert?
In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets.
Okay.
If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Okay.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a howl is better than him.
Na, ich finde ja auch schon noch schlimmer.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and
Ich
all
glaube, das war
that?
sein ehemaliger Titel. Oder er hatte mal ziemlich viel Ruhe mit diesem Titel, aber inzwischen.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
Auf jeden Fall hat er zumindest seine Existenz bewiesen.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going
Ja,
on.
das heißt, sie haben die richtige Entscheidung getroffen, der Sache nachzugehen.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
Alles gut.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Ja, okay.
Such insolence!
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit.
Warum habe ich das Gefühl, dass das die ganze Zeit so gehen wird, dass Paimon den extremst triggern wird?
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating.
Alright. Dann schauen wir mal, was die grünen Pilze uns für Antworten geben. Ah, okay, direkt weiter. Ich dachte, wir würden uns jetzt rumbewegen und umschauen.
Okay, so this one is
Oi.
red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kind of cute.
Bull warrior compliment. Much appreciated.
Es kann sprechen, was?
No, bull warrior natural enemy. Eat. Must resist.
Careful, Varesa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you.
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Maybe? Nutze deine Weisheit, um Hinweise zu finden. Oh.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
Okay.
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's
Ich
going on?
glaube, er hat uns alles gesagt, was er weiß.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Okay. Untersuche weiter den geheimnisvollen Pilz. Ja, okay. Warum da mich 2 Meter bewegen lassen, ey?
Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing
Der wirkt
about?
aggressiver.
As
Oder
our
nicht?
sage lord
Die Stimme habe ich
stated,
nicht erwartet mit dem
You must
Gesicht.
demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Okay.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
Ich bin eine Art Rätselmeister.
Enough chatter. Time for my
Ja,
question.
jetzt kommt's.
Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord? Ah, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Weil sich alle anderen längst verpilzt haben?
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of
Oh
riddle.
boy.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
Jetzt wäre gut, wenn Sein auftaucht.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Ah, Seiner.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual.
Okay.
Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord
Weshalb wir
himself.
mit ihm reden konnten.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms?
Technisch schon, ja.
No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Maybe.
Oh, good thinking, Varesa! Let's try and ask the other mushrooms! Oh, but we should probably pick this one first, since it's a green mushroom.
Okay, weiter. Da. Da sind sogar direkt 2.
Hey, there are 2 fungi over there!
Have you figured out how you're going to test the
Oh
humans?
Gott.
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool. You green caps are so wise. Just like our Sage Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have 2 choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew. And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Yeah. A few more decades.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously, the ceremony is the cooking.
Danke!
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
Dumm und dümmer.
Did they just give us the
Yeah.
answer?
Who goes there?
Do you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
No, wait, don't disappear. You could at least explain yourselves first.
Na, das spart uns die Mühe.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment?
Nirgends.
So much for gathering our wits. We didn't have to use our brains at all. Oh well. The important thing is, the Sage Lord of Fungi wants us to use cooking to establish a stronger mental connection.
Ja, aber
with
ich
her.
frage mich, ob das gut ist. Und nicht vielleicht nach hinten schießen
That sounds
könnten.
right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right. That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard too. Heat really does release their flavor.
Vielleicht, wenn wir sie richtig kochen, werden wir ihre wahre Form sehen können?
Okay, let's give it a try.
Bist du bereit, Varesa?
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe
Wait, Ma.
first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Okay. Und dann machen wir das mal. Zack. Oh, Fell. Immer dasselbe mit Genshin, ey. Immer dieselbe Scheiße. So, hier direkt. Ups. Hui. Boing. Und dann hier hin. Und es leckt gerade irgendwie, die Leucht. Die Ablegner kann versammelt die Stammesmitglieder um Varesas Bericht über die Pilze zu hören. Wird absolut nicht wild klingen, aber let's go. Ups.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
Das Schweigen spricht Bände.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
Am Anfang wahrscheinlich.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom.
Habt ihr schon? Nee.
But we know you're not one to lie, Varesa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Vielen Dank, Jocelyn.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you
Oh,
right
vielen
now.
Dank.
I'll be quick.
Schön, wenn wir schon hier sind.
All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Oh.
Wow, it smells delicious. Suddenly, Paimon's hungry.
Ja, das sagen deine Augen aus.
Well, here goes nothing.
Und zack.
Wait, that's his voice.
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require.
Müssen wir sie verbrennen, oder was?
Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord?
Wie wär's mit dem Vulkan?
Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter, but as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking more
Und dennoch der einzige herausfinden, was er vorhat, ist, sich darauf einzulassen.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of
Okay.
heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely. We're not super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano. It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Das wäre eine Idee.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Damn, okay. Suche die Materialien. Okay, das ist da unten. Okay, dahin. Was ist Waramute, sagt der Questname. Oder Questteil, wie auch immer. Questüberschrift. Hallo? Dann schauen wir mal. Das wird wahrscheinlich gleich regnen, ne?
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
No.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start.
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Nun, hier scheint Wettbewerb so etwas wie ein gemeinsames Hobby zu sein, also.
Varesa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kotion-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
Ich kann's sehen.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena.
Wenn nicht sogar mehr.
Alright, we should keep looking.
Okay, also mehr Materialien. Okay, direkt die nächste 10, I guess? Ah, okay. Überwinde die Hindernisse, um nach oben zu klettern.
Oh, looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down.
Boing,
Come on, let's charge.
boing.
Charge!
Warte, kommt raus? Voilà. Oh, Varesa. Jetzt können wir hier spielen. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, interesting Gameplay. Boing. Ulti ist da. Oh, habe ich gerade 94.000 gemacht? The fuck? Okay, nice. Tot.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Ja, das sieht wirklich sehr gut aus.
Let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Okay. So. Warte mal, man kann ja... Nee, wie ging's nochmal mit ihr zu laufen? Okay, sind direkt 3 Stück, aber die scheinen allen viel schwächer zu sein als jetzt der eine, wo wir hatten. Ja, das heißt, ich werde einfach ein bisschen hier rumspringen wie etwas. Und dann jetzt Ulti rein. Ich glaube, das war 100.000. Damn. Und gut nach. Oh, wer ist das? Fast tot. Ui. Boing. Gut Nacht. Entgeh dem Vulkan aus. Och, nö. Nö, 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 nö. Wie? entgeh dem Vulkan, also einfach nur den Ding.
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great
War
Toll
kurz
in
eine
weasel
Varesa zu
thief
holen.
or something?
We call it a Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel. It's very
Und
aggressive,
nervig mit
so
seinem
be
scheiß
careful.
Schottchen. Aber das ist zum Rande. Einfach nur geschossen. So, zack.
This is
Zack. Das leckt wie Sau ist. Entschuldigung. Oi. What the fuck? So, zack, 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 zack. Und da macht sein scheiß Schutzschild. Ich liebe es absolut nicht. Boah, ich habe rausgefunden, wenigstens in den Streams, dass man mit dem Sprung einfach es weg kann machen. So, Ulti ist bereit. Viel Spaß! Boing, boing und gute Nacht. Und ich noch Kaso auszusehen aktiviert. Ups.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire.
Nice.
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one.
Ich schon ein paar Mal, leider.
This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this
Ja, ist auch
time.
gut gekämpft.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone.
Das erklärt den Kampfstil.
For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So I decided to make one just like hers.
Oh.
So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be
Deswegen
brave.
diese kleine Maskenanimation, während sie ihre Ulti aktiviert. Okay.
At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch.
Oh, you really think so?
Aber es funktioniert doch, oder?
Really? I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels.
Ja, du warst es doch,
I
die beschlossen hat, diesen Fall zu
don't know
untersuchen.
if I have it in me.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh,
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job.
thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full
Oh boy.
force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Na dann.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for
Ja, okay.
sure.
Zack, was ist ihre wahre Mut? Dann teleportieren wir uns hin. Ich finde es weird, dass in letzter Zeit oft der Fall ist, dass man das im Englischen hört und im Deutschen es absolut nicht gleich abläuft. Ob das wegen einfach dem Satzbau liegt, irgendwie Probleme bei der Übersetzung oder so, ich weiß nicht. Manchmal natürlich geht es nicht, weil es zum Beispiel Sprichwörter sind, die nicht zu übersetzen sind, aber ja. So, und ich würde sagen, nächstes Mal machen wir dann hier weiter. Opla, haben wir Kaso jetzt nicht gesehen. Machen dann hier weiter und werden die Quest dann abschließen. Wir haben wahrscheinlich noch so die 40 bis 50 Minuten Content übrig, würde ich annehmen. Und ich bin sehr gespannt, was es mit diesem Pilz-Typen auf sich hat. Das wird wahrscheinlich ein einziger Witz nur sein. Wir werden wahrscheinlich einen kleinen Boss haben, aber ich glaube, der wird nicht so atemberaubend sein, wie er sich so gibt, ne? Aber ja, ich danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und bis dann in Tiefen des Internets. Bye, bye!